Hey guys, welcome back to this week's Avenger Comic Book Review. By the way, I did not mention Reverse Flashpoint shirt. That came out 2 weeks ago with the Batman shirt. I actually had it delivered with these comics this week. The comics actually come early when I order shirts. Unfortunately, there's not that many comics next week, nor is there any apparel next week. But let's get this done with. We have 4 more comics to go, starting with Teen Titans 98. A lot of emotion going on in the beginning of this issue, all about the things that have been going on lately with the Teen Titans, like the Raven Solace kind of conflict, Superboy and Wonder Girl's breakup, and then it turns out that in the past, with that boy that can that caused that wormhole, they actually do the reference from way back when one of the first missions where Connor and Kid Flash showed up again. Turns out that that black hole led into wherever Superboy Prime was, and it dragged him back into the current day DC universe. Well, basically our universe, I say. And yeah, a lot of conflicts going on within the group. But it turns out Superboy Prime shows up with his version of the Teen Titans from other worlds. Or not other worlds. I'd like to say these are basically the villains to each of the Titans. Headcase was the guy that actually made the wormhole. Yeah, that's I think it's Wonder Girl's opposite. And then basically there's a huge fight that goes on, about 3 pages long. And then says, we know who the, Connor says, we know who the real Superboy is. And then Superboy Prime says, are you sure about that? The last page, it's so good to see my favorite version of Superboy, but unfortunately it's not the good one. The last page has 3 Superboys. My favorite one, though, is on the bottom. The first gen Superboy costume. That was the best one in my opinion.
Oh, I thought that was,
first gen.
I thought that was,
and it's to be either concluded or continued. Teen Titans is going to go hit its 100th issue, so there's going to be 2 issues next month in August before the reboot. So Teen Titans will reach their 100th issue before it restarts at #1. So I'm happy about that at least. But this is an absolute checkout. Love it. Love Superboy, and this is a focus on Superboy. Green Lantern Corps 62. The cover says it all, really. The Star Sapphire that was there when, I can't pronounce the name. You done scanning? I'll try to pronounce her name. I want to say her name right. I'm trying.
or tried to say it too.
Miri, who got Kal and Sora together, sort of. They show that in the past, and then there's a new lantern, or one of the lanterns that shows up, a predecessor to Tomar Ray, Tomar 2, I want to say. Tomar 2. I just want to make sure. But there's a reference to a few things. I don't know. Tomar 2, yeah, TU. Then it turns out Kyle, Tomar 2, and wherever Sora was get dragged into this world by the Star Sapphire, and it's up to them to stop her, but basically her mission was to keep their love burning. But then Kyle, at the end, when they finally work together, Kyle Rayner bites his tongue, and he mentions that he saw Jade instead of Sora in the Star Sapphire's crystals, where she showed their true loves, and basically in the end they break up, and that's the end of the era. And the next issue, I believe, is the end, because that's the cover to the last issue before the reboot. Kyle is not going to be in Green Lantern Corps, I believe, when the reboot happens. He's going to be doing the new title, Green Lantern New Guardians. The Corps, so basically, in this issue, let's talk about Green Lantern Emerald Warriors #12. Basically, Guy Gardner is going back to the Corps, and Kyle Rayner is going off to the new title. In this issue, the Guardians talk about a monster that has an obsession with eating Green Lanterns because he loves the Green Lantern's light. The power of the Green Lantern thing. This thing is ugly as hell, though. And they enlist Guy Gardner to go get it with whoever he wants. Basically, these are the people he drafts to go with him.
It makes me think of the Smurfs. The guy wanting to.
Please don't bring them up in my.
Smurfs.
Please don't bring them up in my review. Don't ever talk about them.
What? They wanted to use the
And
power
this is
of
the thing that
Smurfs
lights
to
the
power
Green
the-
Lantern's
Oh,
power.
magic.
Basically, he eats. Basically, he eats all of the lanterns except for Guy Gardner, and I forgot the other guy's name.
That was a spider.
Yeah, basically. So basically, they purposely get swallowed, and Guy Gardner uses his ring to activate all the other rings to cause a huge explosion in the body, and the thing dies.
What did you say?
He activates all the rings on the dead bodies because they still have power left in them, and it basically, think of indigestion times 20. Huge explosion with lots of bleh. In the next issue, Batman guest stars. I'm looking forward to that because we all know the trade. Anybody who reads DC knows about the whole Batman punching Guy Gardner dead in the face. That was the best moment back in the 90s. Everybody wanted Guy Gardner to get punched in the face by somebody, and when Batman did, everybody was like, yeah. So I'm looking forward to seeing Batman guest star in the next Emerald Warriors, which I believe is the last Emerald Warriors also. Ending at 13, lucky number. Finally this week, Action Comics 903, the reign of Doomsday of the Doomsdays, pardon me. The pendulum issues here. Superman attacks the ship while the others attack the Doomsdays. Amber, what's the matter? What's your problem?
I thought you said attacks the ship.
Yeah, no. And it turns out the Eradicator is still alive. Are you done? The Eradicator is still alive in the Doomsday clone. It was funny how when he woke up, everybody was petrified, and then he's like, no, it's the Eradicator, it's me. Artwork in this book is great. This is the variant cover, by the way, also, the incentive cover.
Dragons?
What dragons?
Back.
It's books. So basically, as the book goes on, Eradicator's losing control over the clone. The rage of the Doomsday himself, is so strong that it's actually it's weakening Eradicator's control over the Doomsday. So at some point, Eradicator is going to get booted out of Doomsday, and Doomsday is going to become Doomsday again. So they basically go after the other three Doomsdays before he loses control. While in the ship somewhere, Superman's looking for a way to take out the ship, and he discovers something really, really briefly about one of the Doomsdays that was thrown down one of the corridors, that it was still alive, and basically while it's falling down, it's been falling down for millions of years, and throughout all those millions of years, he was raging the entire time.
Lois Lane?
Yeah, that's the 70s. This is the one I just got. That's the one that was here, next to the 80s. So basically, Doomslayer's trying to stop Superman, and he does by activating the engines early, and it says, next, the final countdown. Superman gets absorbed into the machine, and that's where they leave off. Now, I don't know if it's to be concluded or if there will be 2 Action Comics next month. I'm led to believe that this story is going to be concluded next month. I believe 904 is the end of Action Comics. I don't know. But this is really good. I'm loving it. I'm loving the fight with Doomsday. A lot of... She's not going to be in the next review, so you can go to McDonald's.
You said you were loving it, so it came into my head.
Damn right I am. So let's get through this.
What did you mean by a countdown thing?
That's the name of the next issue, the final countdown.
No, you wanted me to look for a countdown clock thing.
Yeah. Because I only have 9 more episodes before my 100th episode. I'm looking for something that counts down from 10. Next issue will be 8, though. It would be funny as a joke, but anyway. Okay, let's get through these. Unfortunately, I got cut off last week. I want to say off the bat, Walking Dead from last week was okay. It's up to you guys. But yeah, now let's get into this week. Action Comics 903, Loving the Reign of Doomsdays. Definitely check it out. Green Lantern Emerald Warriors 12 was really good this week. Check it out. Green Lantern Corps 62, Sora and Kyle Rayner break up. It's depressing, it's sad, but it was really good. Check it out. Artwork was great in both books, all 3 books so far. Teen Titans 98, Superboy Prime is back. Awesome. Check it out. Artwork follows. Very good. Batman the Dark Knight. Awesome artwork. the story's more flashback than story this time, but it basically explains what happened right before Batman: The Dark Knight #1. So definitely check it out. Retroactive Superman in the 70s. Up to you guys. I loved it. Swamp Thing, The Search for Swamp Thing #2 of 3. Only if you're a completionist. If not, it's an absolute skip. Hal Jordan Flashpoint Part 2 of 3 was pretty good. Same thing with Lois Lane Part 2. It's up to you. Same with Kid Flash Lost. Same with Project Superman. All of them are up to you. Those are the ones that I'm getting as far as miniseries. Amazing Spider-Man 666.
Definite pickup.
Absolute pickup. Prelude to Spider Island. X-Men Schism issue 2 of 5. Really, really good. X-Force 12 was really good. All the issues so far have awesome artwork. Venom 5 was really good. Prelude to Spider Island also. Check it out. FF #7, it's up to you. It's all a backstory about Black Bolt. FF comes back in the next issue. So issue 8, FF is returning. The Traveler, guest starring Soldier Zero. The crossover goes through all 3 titles finally. Issue 9, check it out. This was a signed comic. And The Vault, issue 1 of 3. Absolutely check it out. The treasure hunters are archaeologists. I forgot to mention that also. So, just wanted to throw that out there. But, really good. Absolutely check this out. Worth the money. If you can get the signature, Midtown Comics. That's where I get all my stuff. JT Kroll, once again. And with that, we conclude the 91st episode. I have a little phlegm in my throat. 9 more issues to go, episodes to go before 100. And episode 100 is going to be big. I'm praying it's a big week in comic books. If not, I have no idea what I'm going to do. But maybe I'll postpone that episode and put 2 episodes together if it's a short week in comic books. Because this thing, episode 100, has to be big. Other than that, check out the video update issue, my 300 video, which is also an update. Keep an eye out on the site for the Spider-Man Superboy show. Next week is a smaller stack, but I'm sure they're going to be pretty good. It's the next part of Flashpoint. What?
And Punisher X.
And Punisher X also. And Mike's first comic that he'll be doing a full review of on his own next week, Punisher 1.
That I will.
So we'll see you guys next week for another Dark Avengers comic book review. See you guys there.
Bye.